and welcome back to the Rita Cosby Show. My next guest calls himself a bicentennial immigrant. It's a great title. He was born in Lebanon. He is also a practicing Muslim businessman. He spent time in Saudi Arabia, and he became a U.S. citizen in 1976. He has written a powerful new book. It is called The Quran, with references to the Bible, a contemporary understanding. And he also worked with a U.S.-born Christian friend who also co-authored it with him. And joining me now is Dr. Safi Kaskas. Dr. Kaskas, great to have you here on the Rita Cosby Show.
Oh, my pleasure, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me.
Why did you think it was important to write this book? I feel it is so timely given everything what's happening in the world right now.
Yes, ma'am. Basically, it's a basic decision to translate the Quran because I wanted a translation to reflect the original Arabic the best way possible. I used to hear people talking about the Quran this and the Quran that on various media. And what I was listening to did not reflect the Quran I know. The Quran I know is not violent, not aggressive, not full of hate. It's ecumenical and encourages pluralism. So I decided it's necessary to translate the Quran that I know because I've been reading it all my life. So this was the main motivation. But then I met my co-author, David Hungerford, who said, Safi, the best way we move forward is to find the verses that are equivalent in meaning to what's in this Quran. And we did that. You know, this is basically what was behind it. See, the Quran is not necessarily a book to compete with the Bible. It's a commentary on the Bible. So it's not linear like the Bible. It's not a historical book like the Old Testament or biographical like the New Testament. It's a commentary on both. It didn't come to contradict them. It came to confirm the good that's in them. And because the Old Testament is separated from us with thousands of years, it came to say, these parts are confirmed and you keep them out of the law, and these parts disregard.
You know, what's so interesting, Dr. Kaskas, too, is that you actually found thousands of sort of parallel passages between the Bible and the Quran. I thought that was really powerful.
Yes, ma'am. We stopped at 3,000. In fact, we could have gone, David Hungerford and I, we could have gone to 10,000 if we wanted to. But it will be a very large book, and you discourage people from getting it. 3,000 will give you a very good idea that those books are from the same origin.
What do you think that we will learn from the parallels and the fact that there are these similarities? Do you hope to create better understanding?
The only purpose I have personally is to build bridges. I want Christians to know that Muslims should not be their enemies. If we both educate ourselves that the others have a message that they follow, that a message of love, like the one Jesus taught us. And if they read in the Quran a similar message and focus on it, then we can both live peacefully from here on, rather than competing. The Quran actually challenge us to compete in what's good. You know, in 548 in the Quran says, we have assigned to each of you a law and a way of life. If God had wanted, he could have made all of you a single community. But instead, he is testing you by means of what he has revealed to you. So compete in doing what is good. You will all return to God, and he will clarify these matters about which you have differed. So let's compete in what's good. Let's compete in serving our neighbors. This will be good. This is an order from the Quran, not from me personally. Let's focus on it instead of on the negative. And that will be a better way for this country to move forward.
You know, one of the things you talk about also, and everybody, we're talking to Dr. Safi Kaskas. He has written a powerful new book that he's co-authored. It's called The Quran, with references to the Bible, a contemporary understanding. And Dr. Kaskas, you've also spoken out about radical terrorists who you also say, you know, twists and the interpretation of your religion. I think that is such an important message. You and I love the National Prayer Breakfast that takes place in Washington every year. And this year, King Abdullah of Jordan was there. And one of the things that I thought was so powerful when he spoke out And, here he is, a Muslim leader, and he said, we in the Muslim world need to speak out and condemn those who are, wishing harm against the world, that are using Islam, for fanatical reasons. And good Muslims need to rise up. I thought that was a very powerful message. What did you think of that? And is that one of your focuses now?
Yes, ma'am. I love it the same way you loved it, and I think this is what we're doing right now. In fact, listen to the president, and he was saying we need to fight ISIS. I urge him to fight ISIS. We need to finish ISIS. ISIS hijacked Islam the same way some Christians hijacked Jesus. Jesus is for all of us, and Islam is for all of us. Let's find a common ground that unite us rather than what divide us. ISIS does not represent me. They don't do anything in my name. I am an American citizen, and as a mature citizen, I understand that the president now is the leader that won the election, so I support him. And if he says, I want to fight ISIS, I say, I'm all with you. But please do it in a way that will bring us all together, that will keep us all together. Don't rush into things. I know your intentions are extremely well, like the travel ban that you started. I know you want to protect the country. I want to protect the country. I want my grandchildren here to be protected. But please, let's don't generalize. Let's don't say Islam hates us. Islam is not a person. Islam is a religion that is followed by 1,600,000,000 people. They cannot all be bad, otherwise the whole world will be in turmoil. Let's take it easy. Let's talk about what's hurting us, and let's focus on those that are extremists. I wish I can give my book to the president. I gave it to President Obama before, and he appreciated it. I wish I can get a copy to President Trump right now. Be glad to sit with him and talk about who are these American Muslims and what do they want. They are his citizens. He represents them too as a president. We need something that unites us, not a president that divides us, not a president that represents those who elected him, but a president who represents all of us.
No, absolutely. It's important to be a president for all people. Very quickly, you said that you think the ban is an okay idea in the sense that you believe it is a security issue. So you agree with the president on that point?
Ma'am, actually, it's not a new idea. I mean, during President Obama, we had strong rules on the books. People were vetted for 2 years to find out whether they are legitimate refugees or not. You see, I don't think he came with something really that original. But all I'm saying, the way it came out is wrong. We want, as a president, he is within his right to do whatever he thinks is in the best for the country. I want to help. We want to help him. He should not come out as if he is an Islamophobe. He needs to speak a language of love. If he claimed to be a follower of Jesus, he cannot have it both ways. Either we love the refugees or we hate the refugees. If we love the refugees, that's what Jesus did. If we hate the refugees, we can't claim to be neither Jesus followers nor even Christians. That's all I'm saying. There is a particular language that can offend people that he should stay away from. And, we can help him. My book can help. We're all ready to serve. We just need the invitation to come forward, and he will find that we're all helping him and backing him in his administration.
Well, I think bridging understanding and creating these relationships between Muslim and other people of faith, that's a very, very important endeavor. I applaud your efforts. And Dr. Safi Kaskas, it's great to have you here again. The book is called The Quran, with references to the Bible, a contemporary understanding, talking about bringing some peace and understanding between different faiths. It's a very worthy endeavor. Thanks so much, and great to have you here on the show.
Thank you, and blessings to you and your listeners. Thank you.